talking. Back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome inside Arrington Ice Arena, the home of the Adrian College Bulldogs. Today, the Dogs are taking on the Spartans of Michigan State University in ACHA Men's Division II hockey action. Bulldogs come into this game ranked as the number 9 team in the ACHA D2 Central Division. Michigan State is number 12. Should be a dandy. Looking forward to taking the action along with you at home. Calvin Keys on the call, Josiah Durrell, our director, and our entire great crew with you here on Adrian College Television, getting excited to bring you the hockey action. It'll be Spartans versus Bulldogs. Adrian in the yellow uniforms, moving left to right. Michigan State in the green, moving right to left. Kyle Switzer will take this opening draw against Yuri Supp. Puck drop, and we're underway at Arrington Ice Arena. And right off the bat, Bulldogs go off sides. Stephen Cope wasn't too happy about it. 19:53 left to go in the first period. Just 7 seconds in, we get our first whistle. Wow Warriors out in full force today up in the Wow Cafe and Wingery. Face-off is won back by the Spartans. Turning ahead with it here is Alex Barnes. It'll be sent D to D. Moved forward by the Spartans, pass too far ahead of Barnes, and It'll head on goal, so fielding will be forced to cover up 19 seconds into the contest. Spartans have their first shot on goal. Should be noted, this is senior night for the Bulldogs. 4 excellent senior players playing their final home game here at Arrington Ice Arena, as Nicholson will crash through the dot, spins this one out to the neutral zone. Shot back in now by Brendan Murphy, fielding out of the goal to play it. He will leave it there for Potts. Sean Potts working it up the wall as he's tripped up. Puck will head all the way down. Icing is the decision, as Trevor Graham got there first to touch up. Choppy start to this one. Still about 38 seconds into the matchup. Only shot on goal from the Spartans so far from long distance. Switzer versus Malone here on the draw. Dominic Malone, one of the seniors, being honored tonight. Long shot on. Loose puck. Fielding will slide across. Makes the save on Quick. Malone spinning back with it. Here on the near side, will play one off the window. Out to the neutral zone. Malone follows it up. Driving wide around Graham, fires a shot, and the first save of the night made by Ryan Griffin. Back up to the point. Here's Finfer looking down low. This is taken by Hoffs. Tried to send it rink wide. That's cut off by Barnes. He'll play it back forwards. And fielding again forced to cover up as Barnes will exchange a couple of shoves with Finfer. With 18:47 left to go in the first. Still scoreless here at Arrington Ice Arena. Michigan State Spartans versus Adrian Bulldogs. McGuire to take this face-off against Ben Burns. Burns will win it for Peppelman. Malone able to just get the very tip of his stick on it. Poke it out to the neutral zone. Bulldogs will regroup back in their own end. This is taken by Kalinsky, runs into McGuire, and turned it over. Adam Hoff with Malone. Hoff sent it across, too far in front of his teammate. Saucered forward. Taken back by Finfer. He'll backhand it back into the Spartan zone. Kicked on along here by Burns, it looked like, but the referee's going to decide that the puck went all the way down, and icing called against the Spartans. It looked like Burns had got his skate on it past center ice, so Michigan State a bit unfortunate to see the draw come back in their own zone. Hoover wins this draw back for the Bulldogs. Quick shot by Yamarino, and I think that's stuck in the padding of Burns. Did that go up his pant leg? He's able to find it, hands it off to the official. Looks like that may have hit his backside or something. Not quite sure. Hoover knocks it forward, and I believe that was turned aside by Griffin. Got a piece of it. Another long shot coming in, this time from O'Rourke. Spartans will skate it out. Moved on ahead here for Peppelman. Has help with them. Finds Schwartz moving in. Nice glove save made by Danny Fielding. Snaps it up. 17:55 to go in the first period. Shots are 4-2 in favor of the visiting Spartans at the moment. Nice save by Fielding off the odd man rush chance for State. Melakranakis opposes Hoover at the dot, wins it back. Whistle blows to send the play dead. Looks as if one of the Spartans came inside the face-off circle. They'll be given a warning. Now it's one back for Donovan Mitchell. Taking a break from his playing career with the Cleveland Cavaliers to suit up for the Spartans here this afternoon at the Arrington. Mitchell behind the goal has it. Gets away from Hoover, but a bit of a muffin there that was nearly taken by Carper. Out to the neutral zone. Benda plays it right back in. Griffin will leave it with the paddle. Banked on forwards here by Lucia. Couldn't get it out. Carper moves back and tried to elevate. That nicked off the shoulder of Griffin. Battled for along the far wall. A big reverse hit there from O'Bricky. Rubbed out along the dasher. Spartans take it back, but they can't get it past Malone. Battling for it, and now sent around by Goodfellow. Huge hit laid by Cope there. He'll knock over a Spartan on the far boards. That was Miles Smith getting the worst of that collision. Cope's hit up high that time by the on-rushing Connor Graham. Malone again, nice move, nearly got it through. Instead, he'll slide down. Puck back out to neutral ice, break the other direction. That's quickly broken up by Sean Potts. Both teams battling forward in neutral ice. Here's Wishart trying to get away from Malone. Sends one around the boards, directed out by the Spartans. Cope will grab it. Karams one on for Nicholson, the alternate captain, directs it in. Griffin will poke it out for Wisharts. This is tipped on by Lucia. Good keeping at the blue line that time by Mock. Nicholson is pinned to the wall. Spartans looking to play it out. Purton able to not quite clear. Another big hit, this time from Zach Skinner, who was able to keep the puck in and then leveled Lucia. Nicholson looking out front. Cut off by Lucia. Still the Spartans can't get a breakout. They'll play it out to the neutral zone where Finfer has it. Spins away from the check of Purton. Mock collides with the official. Played down below the goal line. Melochromakis trying to bank it out, kept in by Finfer. Here's Willie McGuire. Couple of nice dekes to beat a pair of Spartans. Malone stabbing it back to the point. Slap shot from Skinner, didn't get through. Now Finfer, that one didn't get through either. Nice shot block made by Kalinski, and the follow-up goes wide. And a penalty is going to come up here against the Bulldogs as away from the play, Zach Skinner knocked over a Spartan from behind. So Michigan State will head to the power play. Looked like the call was interference against Skinner, the sophomore from Valparaiso, Indiana. He heads to the box. Spartans head to the power play. 15-10 to go in the first period as a shot sent in off the draw. That'll be gloved again by Fielding. That was Burns with the chance. Fielding able to grab a hold of it. Good contest so far, back and forth action. Spartans with their first chance on the man advantage. Sent down low. Schwartz may have deflected off of Cope, and it goes up and out of play. Good job by Cope to get in the lane. Sets up another face-off on the near side. Puck tied up at the dot. Knocked back for Schwartz. For Burns. Schwartz looking rink wide, finds its way to Murphy. Bulldogs looking to protect the house as sliding in there was Potts. Around the wall, kept in by Schwartz, opens up, fires a low shot, and Fielding seeing that one all the way and getting down low with the glove to scoop it up. 14:36 to go in the first period. Minute 26 left on the Michigan State power play. Burns will continue his long shift as it's knocked forward by Carper, the freshman, off the face-off, and the Spartans will have to regroup. Good hit from Carper there to separate the man from the puck. That was Goodfellow who was collided with. Spartans skate this one forward. Plenty of space for Brendan Murphy. Couple of nice moves. Shot was well wide. Schwartz hit by Finfer. Trying to glove it down is Murphy. Michigan State with a patient approach to the power play. Goodfellow tees one up, and I think that deflected off the knob of Fielding. And then knocked out of the air by Carper, who's knocked down away from the play. Takes a couple of shots from Schwartz. Bulldogs able to clear it down. 13:40 to go in the first period. Barnes, he'll move ahead. Moving to the far side, stops up just inside the blue line, waiting for help. Left for Liam Cooney. Now on the near side, it's Melochromakis. Threads a pass through to the far side and narrowly missing the goal. That time was Alex Barnes, and the puck will head all the way back down ice. Penalty to Zach Skinner about to expire. So the Bulldogs kill it off. Skinner out of the box. He'll join the fray as Spartans look to get the zone entry. Shot that was headed wide, blocker to side nonetheless by Fielding. They'll battle on the near boards. Nicholson, good skating, good edge work to thread the gap. Switzer behind the goal, given a rough ride by Hoover, who lost his stick. Barnes will turn ahead. Can't find Switzer. Mock, pitchforked in the air, and Hoover could be in here, but couldn't quite settle the puck down. Sealing the post well was Griffin. Turns aside the shot of Hoover. Back down by Potts. Yamarino played it around the boards. Potts hustling to get there, and the Spartans will wedge it out. Cope has the puck. Heading right up the gut. Works it wide for Clark. Griffin Clark skating in. Sent it over. Cope had it knocked away at the last moment. Found down low by Hoover. He'll try to jam it. Puck still below the goal line. Yamarino sends it back to the point. Cope stumbling. Still got a shot off. Went off the skate of Mitchell. Finds its way to Clark. Tried to elevate. Griffin hugging that right post. And now we'll have a scuffle after the puck's covered up by the Spartans. Here we go. Cope tangled up with Peppelman. And then it's Yamarino and Lucia getting tangled up. We'll see what penalties come out of this. Looks as if Stephen Cope's going to the box. It's Coleman Peppelman for the Spartans going to the box, and Stephen Cope for the Bulldogs. Both heading there 2 minutes for roughing. So we'll have 4-on-4 hockey with 11:54 left to go in the first frame of play. One back by the Spartans. Mitchell turns on a dime. Saucers it forward just outside the blue, and Skinner plays it back in. Bulldogs forced to tag up as Mitchell will move this one D to D. Kolinsky hit hard, but able to successfully get the puck to Burns. Has his stick lifted. Here's Finfer. Great feed on for Carper. Waiting for Malone to join him. Carper. Saucer to the far side. Cut off by Burns, and a race back for Finfer to try to get there. Beat Torrey Schwartz to the puck. Precarious situation. If the Spartans had gotten to that one first, could have very well been a breakaway. Malone will grab it. Centered on for McGuire, reaching after it. And this is moved forward by Thomas Purton. From the looks of things, these are two teams that are very evenly matched. Number 9 Adrian versus number 12 Michigan State in the ACHA Central Division rankings. A couple of players get tangled up away from the proceedings. Andre Benda skates in, can't get the shot off as he's pestered by Melakranakis. Trying to weave through now is O'Bricky. Has it on the near boards, reverses for Benda to chase. 43 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey left. Barnes back for Wishart. Trying to settle it down. McGuire nudged into the boards. Played around by the Spartans. Benda can't quite keep it in. Fanned on the D-to-D feed. Now moving forwards is Colin O'Rourke. Moving through neutral ice. So O'Rourke opens up, shoots off the shoulder. That's shrugged off by Griffin. Nice save by the Spartan netminder. Stick lifted, down low. Nicholson trying to pickpocket it from Graham. As we will now return to 5-on-5 play. Peppelman and Cope both out of the sin bin. Mock, the check, able to scamper through, gets a shot off, and that'll be pinned to the chest by Griffin with 9:44 left to go in the first period. Bulldogs out shooting the Spartans 7-5. Both goaltenders have been sharp so far. No real grade A scoring chances for either side as of yet. Supp lost the face-off to Purton. Played out by Michigan State. Here's Potts again. Off the plexiglass, knocked out of the air well by Murphy to break up the rush. Potts over for Cope. Stephen Cope moving in. Sent one on goal. Rebound out in the slot will be collected by the Spartans. This is played on ahead. And here's Thomas Purton. Got a shot through traffic. put it between the legs of Potts. Huge hit laid by Cope. And Mock will clear it to the neutral zone, where it's now Murphy. Shot it in from, looked like it was behind center ice, but no icing on the play. Peppelman holds the blue line, long shot that's fought off by Fielding. Nicholson has it. High saucer to the far side, taken back on by the Spartans. Here's Burns. Opens up, he'll look back for Murphy, who takes the safe route and gets it down low. Cope finds the puck onto the near side, leading Nicholson. Hoover could be in between them. Knocked down by Murphy. No high stick on the play, apparently. Skinner moves for Finfer, shoots in. Murphy collects. That's off the stick of Finfer, high in the air, goes off one of the Adrian women's hockey banners, and we get a stoppage with 8:18 left to go in the first. Shots 9-6 in favor of Adrian. Glad you've joined us again. Calvin Keys with you on Adrian College TV. ACHA Men's Division II Hockey, two of the top teams in the Central Division, going to battle here at Arrington Ice Arena. Clark will play this one forward. Sent below the goal line. Finfer is there. Around for Yamarino. Off the dasher. Held in here by Melakranakis. Scampers wide. Skinner breaking it up. Yamarino off the boards. Held in by Cooney. Long shot redirected. Finfer will find it. Moves it for Clark, who skates in. Banked out to neutral ice, and a 2-on-1 developing maybe here for the Spartans. It's Schwartz driving wide, has Peppelman with him. Drops it off to Peppelman. Fielding, it got through. Spartans score, and now we'll have a ruckus in the aftermath. It looked like the puck got through the 5-hole of Danny Fielding. Initially looked like he made the save. Let's have another look. Great chance here. Finfer not able to pick up his man, and shot going on by Peppelman there, who sneaks it through the 5-hole of Fielding to make it 1-0 Michigan State. And Ryan Hoover is going to go to the box in the aftermath. I think he said something to one of the Spartan players afterwards. And now Hoover in the penalty box. So Coleman Peppelman gets the scoring going in this one, puts Michigan State up 1-0, and because of that undisciplined penalty from Hoover, Burns will slide it back across, Hoover to the box now after that goal was scored. So not only does Michigan State get a 1-0 lead in this game, they're also going to be on the power play for the next $1.40. Schwartz on the near side, moved it rink wide here. Skated in by Goodfellow. Schwartz, long shot. That's blocked by McGuire. Spartans forced to reload in neutral territory. Schwartz, a nice feed on for Goodfellow. Bumped into that time by Cope. McGuire will get there, tried to knock it out. Schwartz down low. Sliding in was McGuire to break things up. Cope moved on for McGuire. Here's Willie McGuire with speed, trying to get by Murphy, who uses his reach to knock the puck away. And that's going to be a penalty against the Spartans. Curious, because it really looked like Murphy knocked the puck away well there. I'm shocked that that's a penalty, to be honest. Cope lifted it up ahead. McGuire gets around Murphy. You see here, Murphy's going to reach out. He gets the puck. Sure, McGuire fell down, but Murphy definitely knocked the puck away, so I'm shocked that we get a penalty call there. So we'll head to 4-on-4 for the next 54 seconds. Unfortunate break for Michigan State. Even at 4 aside again for a little bit less than a minute with 6:29 left in the period here at the AIA. Kalinsky sent behind for Graham. Lifted up high through the air, and this should be icing against the Spartans as Skinner will touch up. Face-off heading back to the state zone. Can't complain now that we get to see more 4-on-4 hockey. Certainly a fast and exciting brand of the sport. Nicholson will take this draw. Melachromakis able to kick it over to Kolinsky. And here's Graham. Held in by Nicholson. Moves it to Mock. Shoots one. Kicked aside by Ryan Griffin. Nicholson down for Skinner. Had it knocked away. Nicholson around the kick plate. Finfer's going to head down low to try and keep it in. Bumped into by Kolinsky. One of the Spartan players was in behind calling for the puck. Couldn't quite get it to him in time. That's Peppelman, the lone goal scorer in this one. He's sandwiched. Melachromakis will follow it up. And good defensive effort by Skinner, who pokes it away. Penalty upcoming against the Spartans on, I believe, the high hit to Skinner. See what happens here as Finfer's tangled up with another Michigan State player. See what the call is. It's going to be elbow in against Coleman Peppelman. Definitely got the hands up high on Skinner. So good call there. And now it'll be with Hoover out of the box. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for the next minute and 5 seconds. So a pretty key opportunity here for Adrian College. See if they can find a game tire. Spartans can't get it out, only as far as Joey Finfer. Matthias Mock back for Finfer. Mock wasn't ready for it. One of the seniors being honored here on senior night. Nicholson back for Mock. Skate to stick. Good chance. Missed the mark. Finfer held in. Still Finfer. Centered for Nicholson through traffic. What a save. Ryan Griffin was down on his knees and still able to reach up and snatch that one. I'm not sure if it was going on target or not, but an acrobatic stop by the Spartan goalie. See Nicholson plenty of time to walk in, shoot one, and Griffin quick reflexes to get to that puck. It'll be banked out by Goodfellow off the draw, and Bulldogs will have to head back for it. Out shooting Michigan State 10-7, but they trail 1-0 thanks to the goal from Coleman Peppelman just a few moments ago. Here's Hoover, recently exited the penalty box. He'll skate it forward. Hoover in, behind the goal. Dropped off for Mock. Finds Sean Potts. Returns to Mock. Shoots one. And that is held by Griffin. 8 seconds of 5-on-3 left, and then we'll have another 56 seconds of 5-on-4 for the Bulldogs with 4:36 left in the first period. Face-off won by the Dogs. Malone drops it off for Carper. Winding, firing one, Cope, and sliding across to save it was Griffin. Continues his excellent play in this first period. 4:27 to go. One Spartan out of the box. So 55 seconds of 5-on-4 to come in favor of Adrian. O'Bricky takes the face-off against Quick. Hasty shot from Cope that went wide. Carper has Malone on the back door, couldn't corral it. He was all alone. Malone, he's tied up with Murphy. Cope comes away with it, takes a shot right into the shoulder of Griffin and snows him in the aftermath, tangled up, and Griffin trips up Cope after the whistle. It's a big no-no in hockey to snow the goaltender after the whistle. Sent it right into Griffin, gave him a snow shower, and I think matching penalties coming here. Stephen Cope going to the box, and Brendan Murphy also going to the box. And they'll continue their conversation in the sin bin, not far away from one another. Players exchanging words. And it's going to be 4-on-3 hockey now with Murphy and Cope in the box. Or that won't be the case. We're trying to sort out what's going to happen here. The two penalties against Cope and Murphy don't go up on the board. The penalty is offset, so it's still going to be 5-on-4 for the next 35 seconds for Adrian. finally got that sorted out. Nicholson below the goal line. Moving ahead, Saucers one on for Malone. Spartans will play it back deep into the Adrian end, fielding out to leave it for Will Nicholson. Carper moving forwards, dances wide, still Carper on the far side, trying to get by Mitchell, backhander turned aside by Griffin. Peppelman about to return to the ice. Spartans able to kill off the 5-on-3, pretty impressive. Nicholson just missed the net. Malone, blind pass that went right to Quick. He'll play it down. Doesn't make it all the way to the far goal line, so no icing, and Potts will scamper away. Here's Sean Potts, pitchforks one deep below the Spartan net. Hoff moving in on the forecheck, controlled by Barnes, who will move it back for Graham. Mitchell spun around, mishandled. McGuire tried to get it by Wishartz. Mitchell will regain control in his own slot. Spun around for Quick, going to work on the boards along with O'Rourke. Here's Barnes, skates ahead, trying to get by Benda. Able to stay with the play. Shrugs off Hoff. Benda around, final 2:30 of the first period, as that's misplayed by the Spartan defenseman, and McGuire off to the races. McGuire halts, sends one right off the dome of Ryan Griffin. Peterson lifts one down. Schwartz trying to get there, tangled up at the moment with O'Rourke. Benda has it. Skates forward. Nice one-hander move to get it on for Hoff, who finds Plaster. Dropped off for Benda, couldn't get it through. Or not Plaster, rather. Yes, that was Plaster. My apologies. Moved on by Cooney, only as far as Benda. Mock sends one forward. 2-on-1 developing. Here's Yuri Sup. Driving wide, he's taken down. No arm up in the air. Or will there be? Did not see the arm go up from the officials, but we got a whistle, and I'm not sure what it was for because there's no Michigan State players going to the box. I think even the Spartans are a little surprised there wasn't a penalty call. They sent 4 guys out on the ice initially. We stay at even strength with 1 minute and 35 seconds left. Still confused as to what that whistle went for. It was right after the potential penalty was committed. Nicholson will spin it ahead. Peppelman, only goal scorer in this game so far, lost it. Skated back in by Nicholson. On the near side, tried to center for Mock, tangled up with a Spartan defenseman. Burns trying to find Peppelman in behind. He directs it on goal and covered up by Fielding. 1 minute 7 seconds left in the period. Yuri Sup faces off with Melachronakis. 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the game. Shots are 12-7 in Adrian's favor, but they trail 1-0. Nicholson skates it forward. Shot one right between the wickets of Kolinsky. Skinner, long drive, missed the net. Kept in by Finfer, and that puck went up and out of play with 51 seconds left. Been a fast-paced and entertaining first period so far. Interesting face-off formation here as Clark was behind on the far side. Graham tangled up with Finfer. Finfer knocked down by Graham, and a penalty is going to come up here against Michigan State. Connor Graham called for a penalty after he was tangled up with Finfer, and knocked the Bulldog player over. 40 seconds left in the period. Bulldogs go to another power play. Haven't been successful yet, but they'll get another kick at the can. Tied up at the draw. Bricky trying to find it. Taken by Malone. Kept in by Potts. Final 30 seconds. O'Bricky. Potts walking the blue. Shot one that went off a leg of Quick right in front of him. Cope moving in. Shot one. Again, it's blocked by Goodfellow this time. Potts. Malone on the near side. 15 to play in the first period. Malone shoots one. That went off his own teammate Carper in front. O'Bricky back to Malone. 5 seconds. Cope walks in. Sends it over to Carper. He scores. Ryan Griffin was sprawled out on the ice. And the Bulldogs score to make this a 1-1 game. Great power play formation. They find Cope. Sends one down low to Carper. Able to elevate it over Griffin, who was sprawled out. Tempers flare a little bit afterwards. I don't think we're going to get any penalty calls this time. But nonetheless, Sam Carper makes it a tie, 1-1 hockey game with just 2 seconds left in the period. Bit of a buzzer beater, if you will. One back by Cope. Plays it forward, and that'll do it for the first 20 minutes of play. All square. Adrian 1, Michigan State 1. We'll be back for the second period after the break.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, Character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last-line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. After 20 minutes, we are all knotted up at 1 goal apiece. And that's how things stand entering the second frame. Goals so far in this game have come from Coleman Peppelman, opened the scoring and got on the board for the Spartans. And then with 2 seconds left in that first period, Sam Carper struck on the power play. And that's where we stand. Cope up ahead for Nicholson. Back for Cope once more. Finds Will Nicholson. Gains the blue line. Played back out for Murphy. He was looking for Switzer in behind. Gets there first. No icing on the play. Quick has it. Turns one. Fires. And fielding is there. Good chance for the Spartans right off the bat. 19:25 left to go in the second period. Bulldogs will get fresh legs out on the ice. 35 seconds in, short shifts. Hoff crashing through, plays it out. Malone follows it up. Now in by McGuire. Here's Hoff. Couldn't get it through. Knocks it back for Malone. Puck finds its way to Hoff once more. He'll circle. Finn for a long shot that got blocked. He'll have to hurry to get back to the puck. Banks it to Malone, who will dump it in deep. Barnes back to get it for State. Moved on forward by Burns. Quick, all alone in behind, but Skinner able to cut off the feet. Fielding took some speed off the dump in. Hoff trying to knock it out. Malone reaching after it. Can't get there in time. He's a bit frustrated. Hoff. Hit from behind that time by Peppelman. Spartans' only goal scorer. Here's Schwartz. Nice move to get by one. Skinner. Moved on for Clark. Trying to move it up the middle to McGuire, but too far ahead. Yamarino will angle it in at the far blue line. Clark going after it. Finds its way to Burns. Almost directed away by Hoover. Falls to Peppelman. Shoots one. Glove save by Danny Fielding. Sophomore from Avon, Ohio. Able to snatch it. 17:56 to go in the second period. Shots 14-9 in Adrian's favor. Hoover plays it back. Here's Peppelman. Back for Mitchell at the blue line. Burns will get there. Has control. Waffle boarded away by Fielding on the shot from Burns. Falls here for Schwartz. He scores. Extended offensive zone time leads to another goal for the Spartans, and this time it is Torrey Schwartz making it 2-1. Adrian not really able to clear. That one fell on a platter for Schwartz. Waves to the crowd in celebration. Really just a nice bounce as the puck went up in the air, fell right onto Schwartz's tape flat. Carper takes a shot from behind after delivering a hit to Smith, but props to Schwartz, as I was saying, for finishing that chance. Really good shot to beat Danny Fielding. Centered for Graham this time. O'Bricky skate to stick. Carper moving it forward. Goodfellow will send that one right into his own coach, who was able to dodge it barely. I think the puck was just rolling on him, and then as he hit it, it went high in the air. Referee will go to the box to grab a new one with 17:09 left to go in the second period. The score is 2-1 Michigan State. Smith to the near wall. Malone moved it forward. Cooney hit by O'Bricky. Still able to get the puck to his teammate. Melakranakis. Moving in, center. That's turned aside by Fielding. Held in now by Graham. Comes around the boards. Malone's going to get there. Plays it out only as far as Smith. Potts will find this one. Evades a check. Went off Stephen Cope. Trying to move away from pressure, and that'll eventually be covered up by Fielding as Cope unable to escape. 16:26 left to play in the second period. Purton versus Supp on the draw. Cooney. Puck was moving around awkwardly, missed the net by a wide margin. Directed on by Supp. Wishart will go back for it. Around the glass and gloved down by Finfer. Shoots one in down low. Found by Wishart again. Supp will collide with a Spartan. Gets it to Nicholson, who couldn't hold on. Finfer deals it forwards. Purton around the boards. Nicholson tried to steer it into the middle of the ice to Mock. Skinner couldn't keep it in, but regains control, sent it right into his teammate Mock. And we get a whistle, as I believe Bulldogs went offside there. We'll get a face-off right outside of the Spartan zone. McGuire squares off with Purton. Spartans won the draw, but Hoff able to get there. Played in by Plaster. Sent around by Kalinsky. Purton will find it in his skates. Finfer, he's hit hard there by Lucia. Finfer at the blue. Shot didn't get through. Plaster laying the body on Kortkowski. Lucia now sent D to D. Purton hammered by Joey Finfer. Stepped up and delivered a big blow. Here's Finfer again. Knocks a Spartan player into the bench, and that'll draw a crowd. Here we go. Shots being exchanged by players right by the Michigan State bench. Bit of a frenzy there. 15:01 left to go in the second period, and I think we'll take a break from 5-on-5. See what's going to happen. Could see a wide variety of outcomes in the aftermath of that. Wow, surprising. It's only going to be Preston Kortkowski going to the box for the Spartans, so I think Adrian's going to go to the power play. I thought things would probably be evened out, but Bulldogs fortunate to go to the power play now. Malone. Potts moved into the middle for Carper. Cope. Carper directed it on with his skate and then sent down by the Spartans. Fielding leaves it for Potts. And it's a major penalty that's been assessed to the Spartans. Did not notice that. It's going to be a 5-minute power play for Adrian. Potts sent one off the dome of Griffin. Second time he's been hit in the face with a shot. Will certainly wake you up a little bit. Can't feel too good. I don't know how those goalies do it, man. Stand in front of shots, especially getting hit in the head. Can't feel great. Cope, a long shot. Blocked and then knocked out. Good play by Brad Kalinsky to clear the lines. Potts will find it. Finds Carper. Gets the legs churning. Fanned on the shot. Cleared by Switzer. Potts couldn't keep it in with a skate. Back for Cope. Elevates it. It's gloved down by Murphy. Tripping up with Switzer. Murphy down in the zone. Tried to center. Couldn't connect. Murphy will go for a skate backwards to kill some clock. Taken away by Supp. Yuri Sup on the backhand, tried to slide it back over for Hoover, who was knocked over. Sent the net off its moorings. 13:38 left to go in the second period, and 3:38 left on the Bulldog power play. Another chance to try and level the score on the power play, albeit an extended one for Adrian College. Nicholson back for Mock. Nice blocker save by Griffin. Nearly bounced back off the glass behind the goal and over the net, but went off to the side, fortunately for Michigan State, and now they'll clear. Finfer will grab it. Finds Nicholson. Now Sup. Crosses over the Spartan blue. Sup able to dodge the check from Goodfellow. Puck comes to Finfer. One-touch pass from Mock to Nicholson. Shoots one. Great glove stop by Ryan Griffin. Impressive how he was able to see through the crowd and hold on. 3 minutes left on the Adrian power play as they're out shooting Michigan State 16-11, 16-11 rather, at the moment. Big crowd here on a Saturday afternoon at Arrington Ice Arena here on senior night for the Bulldogs. Finfer will take it, directed in front. Griffin able to stop it. Yuri Sup with a good tip. Mock back for Finfer. Long shot, trickles through. Tie game. It's 2-2. Joey Finfer levels the score. Another look at the chance here. Mock able to keep control. Finfer up top says, why not? I'll send one on goal. I think that could have been tipped in front. Somehow got by Ryan Griffin. And once more, it's a tie game. What's beneficial for Adrian, since it was a major penalty against Michigan State, their power play will continue for the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Normally, if you score on the power play, the man on the other team gets to come out of the box. But with a major penalty, you have to serve the entire 5-minute duration. Carper plays it between his legs. Moves by Peppelman. Can't get by Burns. Sent on by Cope. This should be icing against Adrian, and it will be. 2:21 left on their power play, about almost halfway through the hockey game. Adrian coach Brennan Wachter telling the Bulldog players on the ice to calm down. Burns will take the draw against O'Bricky. Wins it back for Potts. It's an interesting exchange going on right now. The Wow Warriors having some words with one of the Michigan State coaching staff. They're going back and forth right now. See how that develops. Had some recent altercations on that far side. Last weekend, the NCAA men's team for Adrian played Aurora University, and the Aurora coach tried to get into it with one of the fans up in WOW. So it's not unheard of to see things develop after some chirps fly from above the benches. O'Bricky dropped it off for Carper. Shoots one that deflected wide. Potts is bested that time by Burns and gives him a shove afterwards. Or rather, that was Peppelman. He wanted a call, and I think he has a right to make a case. As Malone's given a shot to Switzer. Referee's letting him play right now. Carper dropped off for Malone. Shoots one. Fought off by Griffin. Rebound sent wide by O'Bricky. Spartans clear it down. Race after this one. Fielding way out of his goal to play it. He's going to have to get back there as Quick has it. On the far side, he'll move it over. Fielding able to get back as a huge hit laid by O'Bricky, and that's going to be a penalty call against the Bulldogs. O'Bricky got his hands up really high there on Switzer. That's probably what the call will be. Could be a rough. We'll have to see. Yep, it is a rough. Called it. O'Bricky going to the box. Spartans, or rather, they won't go to the power play. It's going to be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 5 seconds, and then a 55-second power play after that for Michigan State. 11:06 left to go in the second period. Shots 19-11 in Adrian's favor. Here's Mock. Feeds Finfer. Plenty of open ice for Joey Finfer to skate it. Finds Nicholson. Will Nicholson pulls it into his body, sent one off the shoulder of Griffin. Smooth move by him. He'll get bumped into after the play. Griffin able to stand tall off the good scoring opportunity for Nicholson. Face-off will be on the far side. Nicholson facing off with Burns. Spartans play it around. Here's Kalinsky. Plays it down. Schwartz is going to get there first. May have a chance here. Off the chest of Fielding. Mock away from pressure. Finfer. Nicholson calling for the bank pass. In 28 seconds, Spartans will move to an abbreviated power play. Right now it's 4-on-4. Finfer ahead of Nicholson. Played up for Schwartz. Had Michigan State's most recent goal. Fanned on and given away to Willie McGuire. Tried the backhand, sent it high over the crossbar. Clark will keep it in and rubbed out. McGuire. Skinner, delayed call against the Spartans. Fielding's going to head to the bench. Cope saucered up for Skinner. Sends it back for Cope. 5-on-5 right now with the empty net for Adrian. Falls to Carper. I don't think the Spartans got a touch on it. Whistle went, and blows being exchanged down in the near corner. See what happens here. Already had the penalty upcoming against the Spartans. But I don't think we're going to get anything in the aftermath. No Michigan State player in the box yet. There's 5 minutes up on the board right now, but we'll see what happens. I don't think that was a 5-minute penalty. Have to see what happens. Has a game misconduct been given? Because there's no one in the box. See if someone else has to serve it. Wow, it looks like Brad Kalinsky's heading down away from the bench. And he's going to, I think that's the end of his night. 5 in a game for Kalinsky. Didn't see what for. Must have said something. That's the only thing I can think of. Preston Korotkowski goes to the box to serve the penalty for the Spartans. And right as Michigan State was going to head to the power play, there's another 5-minute call against them. Switzer had it stolen by Cope. Griffin moves it for Cooney. Knocked away momentarily by Potts. Let's see what the call is. So Kalinsky, as the public address announcer says, was ejected for head contact. So apparently a high hit by Kalinsky puts the Bulldogs on another extended power play. They struck on the last one. Joey Finfer leveled the score. Both of Adrian's goals have come on the PP. They'll set up again here. Carper and Finfer have scored so far for Adrian. See if they can get another to take their first lead of the game. Potts fanned on the feed. Carper back up ahead for Malone, who wasn't quite out of the Michigan State zone yet. So a whistle with 4 minutes left on the Adrian power play. 8:38 left in the period. Score is 2-2. Goals for Michigan State from Coleman Peppelman and Tori Schwartz. And as we mentioned moments ago, Sam Carper and Joey Finfer scored for Adrian. I'd like to see if we could look up on the ACHA website what the last 2 penalties have been, because there was another 5-minute major before that. That could have been a game misconduct, too, that I missed. Nicholson tried to elevate. Went over the crossbar. Hoover centered for Mock. Spartans try to play it out. Mock will send it over for Hoover. That's pinned there by Ryan Griffin. Face off in the offensive zone with 3:33 left in the power play. It's cleared out, and maybe a break here for Peppelman. Has one. Can he get another? Lost control. But feeds it to Burns. Has a stick lifted. Great defensive play by Nicholson. Hoover back the other direction. Dropped off for Nicholson. He'll spin away. Nice saucer for Matthias Mock. Moves in, scores. It's another power play goal. And Adrian has their first lead of the game, courtesy of one of their key seniors, Matthias Mock. 3-2 Bulldogs. Nicholson had the stick lift on the other end. Nice saucer to Mock here, who pulls it into his body, shoots one through traffic. Griffin couldn't find it. Makes it 3-2 Adrian College. Face-off coming up at center now. Yuri Supp and Kyle Switzer face off. Hoover turned over. Switzer tried to find Quick, and Hoover slid in to break it up. Finfer will take it away. Move to the far side for Nicholson. Can't get it by Switzer. Here's Finfer. Centered for Mock, who scored moments ago, looking for another. Here he is again. Sent it over the crossbar again. 7:10 left to go in the second period. 2:33 left on the major penalty power play for the Bulldogs. O'Bricky wins this face-off to Carper. Gets away from Peppelman. Potts. Down low for Malone. Finds Carper, cleared out. And Coleman Peppelman off to the races. In behind, Peppelman. Looked like he might have been hooked there by Potts, but Bulldogs get away with one to break up the breakaway chance. Now Murphy has it. Here's Cope. Nobody there for the drop pass. Potts will get there. Malone. Minute 47 left on the Adrian power play. Carper dropped off for O'Bricky. Finds Cope. Tangled up with Graham. O'Bricky behind the goal line tried to spin one out and sent it right to Kyle Switzer, who will head up the other way. 2-on-1 for Michigan State if they hurry. Here's Switzer, has Murphy, and Potts slid down on the ice to break up the passing lane, rather. Murphy takes it away. Knocked aside from him. O'Bricky will skate it up ice. Has it knocked away by Quick. O'Bricky stands his ground. Finds Malone with a nice move to create space. Good toe drag, shoots one. Griffin makes the stop with Finfer right in front of him. Slides it over for Nicholson. Banked on for Mock, has the most recent goal in this game. Nicholson tried to get away, almost did. Mock somehow keeps it in. Banked for Malone, has guys on the far side, instead holds on. Finfer winds, fires, gloved by Griffin. 5:17 left in the second, 39 seconds left on what has been an extremely long power play for Adrian College. Shots are 23-11 in their favor as they've been peppering Griffin here in this second period. They've benefited from a couple of 5-minute power plays. All 3 goals have come on the power play so far for the Bulldogs. Matthias Mock winds, fires, puck loose. Hoover couldn't put it in. And it's cleared out by the Spartans. Bulldogs skated ahead again. It's Nicholson. McGuire shoots. That one deflected into the near corner. Hoover has it. Nicholson grabs it. Shot. Deflected, I believe, off Goodfellow and up out of play with 8 seconds left in Adrian's power play. .446 to go in the second period. Michigan State finally about to return to even strength in about 8 seconds. Draw one back for Potts. A long shot, and Griffin again able to see through screens. Bulldogs have done a good job of getting out in front. And a penalty called against the Spartans. See what the call is. Tori Schwartz is going to the penalty box. I don't know what for. Michigan State head coach wants an explanation. Referee made the motion that it was for talking back to the official. So another Spartan in the box. Kortkowski is about to get out of the box. And I think it's a 10-minute misconduct against a Spartan player because nothing on the board. Cope sent one through traffic. Peppelman gets a hold of it. Kicked forward by Potts. Shoots one down. Plaster able to get there in time. Tried to center. McGuire looking for it. So we're back at 5-on-5. I have to imagine that the penalty that was called against a Spartan player was Tori Schwartz going to the box. Fielding's going to glove this one and hold on. Tori Schwartz, I believe, was called for a 10-minute misconduct. So that's a penalty that does not go on the board. Play stays at 5-on-5, and he just has to wait until the next 10 minutes of play have expired, to which he can return to his team. McGuire will take this draw versus Melachronakis. Tied up. Potts grabs it. So it was a 10-minute misconduct, as I guessed. It's being announced as a power play, but in fact it's going to stay at 5-on-5. Cope dropped off to Potts. Hoff around. Plaster's going to get there. Opposed by Melachronakis. McGuire skating forwards. Waiting. Had it knocked away. Here's a chance the other direction. Getting on his horse here is Cooney. Pokes one by Potts. Referees really haven't been afraid to assert control over this game. They haven't taken any funny business, whether it's stuff after the whistle or words being said to them. Wishart dumps it in. Fielding will leave it with the paddle. 3 minutes to go in the second frame. It's 3-2 Adrian College. Goals from Carper, Finfer, and Mock, all on the power play. Carper lost it. Quick heads back in. Switzer was not out of the zone, so it's offside. 2:48 left in the period. Shots 25-11 in Adrian's favor. O'Bricky versus Switzer at the face-off dot. Quick has it knocked away, falls to Switzer. Tees up Graham. That one's sent straight out of play as the puck was on edge. Face-off won by O'Bricky. Benda's going back for it. Malone somehow keeps a hold of the puck. Pitchforks it high up in the air. O'Bricky has it. Circles. Feeds it back for Malone. Good move to scamper through. He's got great hands. Interfered with a bit there. Benda. Puck slides to Fielding. He'll cover up as Barnes was right there, waiting for any sort of loose puck with now 2:11 left in the second frame. Hoover wins the draw. Rimmed for the captain, Yamarino. Purton sends it to Murphy. Peppelman dealt on for Burns. Centered for Peppelman. Slides towards the crease. Fielding covers up. And cooler heads are going to prevail this time. I think the players know that if anything does happen, they're going to get called for it. Face-off upcoming on the far side. Hoover versus Burns. $1:56 left in the second period. Draw one to the far boards, and Clark will look to work it out. Fielding turns aside for Skinner. Finfer played around. Yamarino lofted high in the air. Clark finds it. He'll move in as it's sticked away by Murphy. And a bit of a miscue as that went off a Spartan skate and trickled towards the net. Clark working it out. Hoover trying to knock it aside. Now it's Purton. Moving forward, shoots one and was headed wide. Fielding gloved it anyway. Didn't want to take any chances. Minute 21 left in the second stanza. Draws one by Melachromakis. Quite the name there. Certainly some Greek blood in his family bloodline. Mitchell turned it over. Here's Supp trying to wrap it around. Centered for Mock. Great save by Griffin. And the follow-up sent wide by Supp. How did Griffin get across to save that shot? We enter the final minute. Mock. Puck hopped on Skinner. He'll go back for it. Sent up for Mock. Turned it over to Melachromakis. Friendly fire there as Goodfellow sends a dump into Smith. Skinner grabs it. Lifted up in the air. Falls to Nicholson. Back for Finfer. Up ahead for Mock. Goodfellow grabs it. Smith directed on. Mock hit up high. Final 15 seconds as O'Bricky skates in. And the save made by Griffin, who's been really good today. 27-14 the shots in Adrian's favor. 3-2 the score, also in favor of the Bulldogs. Leading over the Spartans. .14 seconds left in the second period. Referee directing traffic. One to the near wall by the Spartans as a high hit delivered there. And this should be icing against Michigan State. Carper really got the elbow up on Cooney that time. I hope Cooney's all right. Dangerous hit there, and he's pointing to his head at the official too. Like one of their players moments ago was, one of Michigan State's players was ejected for head contact. I think that was pretty much the definition of head contact on the hit from Carper that time. lucky to escape the eye of the official. Carper's going to rub him out on the boards again. Hard hits to Switzer as time expires in the second period. Bulldogs have gained their first lead of the night. They're up 3-2. Goals from Carper, Finfer, and Mock give them the advantage. And we'll head to the second intermission. Should be a good conclusion. Number 9, Adrian. Number 12, Michigan State. Still 20 minutes of hockey to come.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you had a chance to grab a snack during the intermission because we're back for the final 20 minutes of hockey. Bulldogs leading 3-2 over the Spartans of Michigan State. Goal summary in this one so far. MSU struck first, Coleman, Peppelman. Then Adrian tied things up. It was Sam Carper, made it 1-1. Torrey Schwartz struck back to make it 2-1 Michigan State, and from there, 2 unanswered goals for Adrian. Joey Finfer and Matthias Mock both netting goals to make it 3-2 and give Adrian their first lead of the night. All 3 of the Bulldogs' goals have come on the power play, in large part because of some poor discipline from the Spartans and a couple of major penalties being called against them, one of which ended the night of, I believe it was Brad Kalinsky, who headed to the dressing room early after a 5 in a game for head contact. Barnes is going to direct this one on. Potts plays it back down low. Bulldogs will have to tag up as they're offside. Pass fed onwards for Barnes. He's angled off by Hoff, but puck comes back for Quick. Moving in, knocked over by Hoff. Bulldogs trying to clear as the puck right on the doorstep. It'll be skated out by Hoff, but hand pass is called against Adrian. 45 seconds into the third period, we'll have a draw in the Bulldog zone. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Cope can't get it out. Goodfellow driving around, tries one from a tough angle. Fielding holding the post well as the shot went off the outside of the goal. Plaster will move it forwards. McGuire trying to center. Mitchell looking to move it out. Skinner will hold it in. Tipped in front. Plaster trying to find it. And in the end, it'll be covered up by Ryan Griffin for a whistle with 18:49 left in the third period. Spartans win the draw. Goodfellow will play it over. Peppelman gave it right to McGuire. Bulldogs play it back in the O-zone. Peppelman directed on. Nice play here to find Purton. Moving in, tried to elevate. Great chance for the Spartans, but Thomas Purton sent it right over the goal as he had a lot of room up high as fielding had already gone down, but couldn't quite hit the target. I think he was so far in sight that the angle of elevation required sent the puck up and out of play. We get a whistle and a face-off here on the near side of the zone. Puck tied up, both teams searching for it. Guided into the far corner by Burns, a quick shot. Swallowed up by Fielding, good chance for Peppelman. Never a bad idea to get a quick shot off to surprise the goaltender, which Fielding did seem like he was a bit shocked that the shot came in that quickly, but he was in good position and able to hold on. Malone moved forward, held in by Michigan State. They try to center. That went off the skate of, I believe it was Zach Skinner, right in front of Fielding. And again, out of play with 18-14 left in the period. Draw one to Dominic Malone here on his senior night. Chips it down, turned aside by Griffin. I would really like to thank Dominic Malone's father, Joe, who's here for the senior night festivities, for buying us food from the Wow Cafe, our broadcast crew, throughout the season. O'Bricky tries a shot covered up by Griffin on the rebound. It's been an extremely kind gesture. Malone's father, I mean, of course, Dominic Malone playing his final game here on home ice, as we mentioned, but his dad has brought us a lot of treats up here in the press box for our ACTV crew, and we're very thankful to him for that. And hopefully Malone can get on the board here in the final 18 minutes of play. Benda, long shot, kicked away by Griffin. A nice pair of saves by the goaltender in green. 17:49 left in the third. Shots 33-15 in Adrian's favor. Ice has been tilted lately to their advantage, especially in that second period with the wide variety of power plays that they did have. Melakranakis. Smith pulls up, shoots one, blocker save up in the air off the save made by Fielding. Carper up for Benda. Andre Benda hit hard, slides into the boards. Wishart moved it over. Here's Cooney. Graham up to the far side, able to pick out Miles Smith. State just barely onside as Fielding will make a right pad kick save. Hoover sidesteps Graham while falling down. Michigan State plays it down. Icing is waived, and Potts will settle things down behind the goal. Stephen Cope, rink wide for Griffin Clark. He's hip checked. Good defensive play there by the Spartans, and maybe a break the other direction. Potts able to play it back in off his own teammate, so it's offside. Worthy of noting that Griffin Clark on the ice right now took a hard hit to the head last week. Took an elbow in the face in a game against Trine, who was bleeding pretty profusely, but that was towards the end of the second period. Went off for repairs, came back in the third, and ultimately Adrian was able to get the win. So Clark, an extremely tough customer. And he gets it here. Griffin Clark, backhander, saved by Ryan Griffin. Ryan Griffin makes the save on Griffin Clark. We get a whistle with 16:33 to go as Clark comes together with Barnes. Ryan Hoover will take the face-off against Kyle Switzer. Hoover able to come away with it. Falls to Clark, setting one up over the crossbar. Quick, he's hit. Sliding in there was Graham that got a piece of the shot from Cope. One of the Spartans, I think that's Switzer without a glove, that Hoover will shoot away. Lucky they didn't get a penalty for that. Break here without a glove. It's Switzer. Feeds Barnes, shoots one wide. Switzer better be careful. He doesn't want to take a hack on the wrist right now without a glove on. Another shot sent on that was blocked in progress by Potts. And he'll surge the other way. Sean Potts to the shot. Griffin the save, smothers it. And Potts giving a shot to Graham here afterwards. Right, gave him a cross check right in the head of Graham. I think Potts is going to get a penalty here. Cross-checking call against Sean Potts, who I think he got Trevor Graham right in the head with a cross-check. So fitting penalty. Michigan State on the power play, down by one. Can they find an equalizer? It's been a game that's been heavily affected by special teams. Goodfellow plays it around. Quick and Skinner tied up. Kick to the far wall, and Barnes. Murphy back to Alex Barnes. The shot, that's blocked by Skinner. Puck sitting there. Nicholson trying to find it. He will clear. .30 seconds into the Michigan State power play. Here's Goodfellow for Barnes. Crosses over the Adrian blue line. 15:15 to go in the contest. ACHA Men's Division II Ice Hockey. Oh, falling over there was Mock. Murphy shoots one. Blocker safe by Fielding, and it goes out of play. Some broken ankles there in the Adrian College zone. It looked like Mock caught an edge, and that doesn't feel too good on the tailbone as he's holding his behind, going to the bench. 15:07 to go. $1:16 left on the Michigan State power play. They knock it back for Murphy. Looking for Barnes. Instead, Benda has it. Sealing it off on the wall there was Goodfellow. Battled for down low. Here's Burns. Ben Burns trying to center a chance right in front of the blue paint for Quick. Can the Spartans keep it in? They can. 3-on-2. Finally cleared by Benda for McGuire. Gives it to Malone. Malone will skate backwards. Smart play there. Finds McGuire driving wide. Able to stay on his skates. Speared forward by Benda. And here's Ryan Goodfellow. Gets the zone entry. Halts. Hit hard by Cope. Trying to center for Quick, and instead this pass will slide all the way back out where there's a race for it. Spartans keep control. Goodfellow carries it in offside. 14:06 left in the third period. 15 seconds left on the Michigan State power play. I'll tell you what, you talk about a home ice advantage. The fans perched above the Michigan State bench are really giving Adrian a home ice advantage right now, creating a tough atmosphere to play in. Carper plays it in. Bulldogs able to kill off the penalty. It's up in the air. Finfer will knock it down. O'Bricky looking to play it in, and I think there's a hole in the protective netting because that puck went right up and through the netting and into the bleachers here. 13:44 left in the third period. New puck will be acquired. Face off right outside the Spartan zone on the near side. O'Bricky versus Switzer. Carper and Purton got a little bit overeager. Now one back. Joey Finfer shoots it around. Griffin left it there with the stick. Donovan Mitchell dropped off for Wishart. No, not that Donovan Mitchell, the Spartan hockey player, not the Cavalier basketball player. Thought that was pretty funny doing the homework for this one beforehand. I imagine he gets that joke a lot, so I'll spare him. Wishart back over for Mitchell. Backhand saucer for Purton. Good puck movement here as it releases for Switzer. Leveled by Finfer on the near wall. Back out at center with 13 to go in the game. Spartans having trouble establishing an O-zone presence here, being outshot 35-19. Didn't get much on that previous power play on the penalty to Potts. Hoff to neutral territory. Potts for Cope. High saucer that comes down from out of the stratosphere, and Melachromakis sent backwards. Mitchell has it. Graham pries it off the wall, and a lead feed that went off the backside of Smith. Played in by Plaster. Bulldogs go on the forecheck. Wishart goes D to D, then gets it back. Cope, shot right back in. Bulldogs content to just play on the forecheck right now. Playing good D. Not giving an inch. Plaster keels over Graham. O'Rourke will send it for Benda. Centered for Willie McGuire. Lost control as he's knocked down. And a follow-up for Mock. They score! His second of the game. Matthias Mock. On senior night, it's the senior from Prague, Czech Republic. Makes it 4-2 Bulldogs here in the third. Good follow-up play. Supporting the attack. Finds the loose puck. And able to beat Ryan Griffin with 11:46 to go. 2-goal lead for Adrian College. Face-off won back by the Spartans. Finds O'Rourke. Stewart, a quick shot, missed the net. Mock looking to play it out. He's got to find one more now. A hat trick on his final home game would be quite something. Graham is sent over for Murphy. Walking the blue line, long shot turned aside by Danny Fielding, who hasn't had a lot of work recently. Here's Burns to the point for Graham, and may have deflected wide there. Sent back in front. Schwartz had a swipe at it. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Murphy, another shot. Puck loose. Still, they jam away at it. Fielding knocked over. Still the puck is there. Right on the doorstep. Frenetic battle here as a Spartan player down on the ice in pain. He's in some discomfort. He's going to be attended to. And hope he's all right. We're going to go to the break and be back after he gets some attention.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Back inside Arrington Ice Arena as Benjamin Burns was just helped off the ice by the trainer. After taking a look at the replay, it was Andre Benda that gave him a big cross check in front of the net, and that's what the discomfort was coming from. Sending our best wishes to Burns and his family at this time. Hope he's all right. Certainly looked like a painful collision. Draws one backwards, and Peppelman will pry it for Quick. Murphy sends it over to Schwartz, and Danny Fielding, how about that? Flashes the leather. Kind of looked like the ACHA Men's Division I goaltender Dylan Knighton had the shutout on Friday night in the 9-0 win. Finfer clears it out. Schwartz circles around with it. As it should be noted, my apologies for not pointing it out, Spartans are going to the power play, as I think it's Benda that went to the box in the aftermath of that cross check that was delivered. Quick, a shot that's blocked, so a minute and 20 seconds more of 5-on-4 play for the Michigan State Spartans. Schwartz, a shot. Didn't quite get through, but Fielding will pounce on it for the whistle with 10:09 to go in the game. Quick. Gets it back to Brendan Murphy. Walks in. Danny Fielding again. Take a bow. Another nice glove save. O'Bricky versus Quick. Again, it's tied up. Brendan Quick's going to get there first. He's dragged down by Greg O'Bricky. Murphy walks in, feeds it across. Nice save by Fielding. Spartans couldn't pounce on the rebound. Murphy again, hit hard by Cope. Schwartz. Goodfellow. Huge shot block by Greg O'Bricky, laying his body on the line for the team. It's cleared out, and O'Bricky gets some applause by the Bulldog faithful. Griffin way out of his net to play it to Peppelman. Has one of Michigan State's 2 goals in this game. Puck hopped on Barnes, but able to stay onside. And another save made by Fielding. Face-off won by the Spartans. Played in, around, and Mitchell will get it down low as we got to look at the Wild Warriors taking in the action, providing home ice advantage for the Bulldogs, as we talked about. McGuire knocked over. Cooney too far ahead of Switzer. Melikranakis racing to get there. Stolen by Finfer as the Bulldogs kill off the penalty. Yuri Sup back on the ice. Cooney, the shot. Interesting that Sup was the guy in the box, as it looked like it was Benda. Finfer cross-check from behind by Melikranakis. Takes another shove after he got rid of the puck. Barnes moved over. Long shot, they score. Big goal for the Spartans. They strike to make it a 1-goal game. Let's see who got it. I want to say it was Liam Cooney, and it was. They possess in the O-zone. Cooney from the right side dot and somehow able to beat Fielding. So, again, 2-goal lead, most dangerous in hockey. Now it's a 1-goal lead for Adrian, trying to hold on with 8:34 left in the game. Purton versus Hoover. Potts up for Yamarino. Tried to center for Hoover. And Purton was hooked there by Ryan Hoover. He's going to be going to the box. Big momentum shift here as the Spartans are going to go to the power play. Ryan Hoover in the box for hooking. Power play on tap for Michigan State. Down by 1. Switzer versus McGuire. Spartans win it back. Cooney, the goal scorer, made it a 1-goal game. Up top of the power play, but now with the puck is Barnes. Gives it back to Cooney from the same spot he scored a few moments ago. Opted not to shoot as Potts was in his face. Tees up Mitchell. Fielding got a piece. 8 minutes to go in the game as Cope comes away with the puck. Cope moving through. He's thrown down. Penalty against the Spartans for slashing. As Cope was hacked down, using that speed to his advantage. Kyle Switzer goes to the box, and we return to 4-on-4. It's Griffin Clark and Josh Melachromakis were exchanging words in front of the benches. McGuire versus Schwartz at the dot. Tori Schwartz has a goal so far. Getting the business from Dominic Malone there. Cutting through the middle. Peppelman has a whack at it. It goes wide. Back for Murphy. Tipped in front by Peppelman. Follow-up chance went over the goal. Good save by Clark. Another hard hit from Stephen Cope. Spartan player down. Murphy walks in, shoots. Clark saved it. Will there be a penalty coming here? There will be. Stephen Cope going to the box for a hard hit. Cope just collided with the ref. After the penalty was called, Cope went right into the ref. They weren't happy about it. I think his night's done. Wow. Bulldogs' top defenseman heads to the dressing room as he collided with the official. I went after the official, really. A big no-no there. Didn't really go after him. I think skated towards him, and they bumped into each other really hard. Ref didn't like it. And Plaster's going to serve the penalty. And again, I was talking earlier about, as we sort out these penalty calls, we were talking about Dominic Malone's father, Joe Malone, how it's senior night for Dominic and how his dad, Joe, has brought us a lot of Wow Cafe treats. Here he has, yet again, came up with some food for us. Special thanks to Joe Malone, as always. Really appreciate all the food you bought for us over the season. We're happy we can bring you the action. Gonna miss watching Dominic play. He's really talented player. Great stick handling ability. Makes him fun to watch. As you can see, number 11 on the right side of your screen right now. There's a 7-minute power penalty up on the board against Adrian. Finford got ejected. Plaster serving the penalty. I think he initially got called for a minor and then 5 in a game. So that's why we see 7 minutes on the board. Don't think I've ever seen that at a hockey game before. But we're going to have 4-on-4 for the next 58 seconds. Or no, rather, it'll be a 4-on-3 for the Spartans for 58 seconds. Then 4-on-4 for about 30 seconds. And then a 6.5 or a 6-minute power play for the Spartans. Pretty crazy stuff. Bulldogs are going to need to hold on here as Michigan State's trying to tie things. Wow. Backhander by Murphy over the goal, bounced off the window behind, and then a great play by Skinner to knock it out of the air as it was heading back over the net and towards the goal. Schwartz winds, fires, fielding a save. So Adrian's going to be virtually shorthanded for almost the entirety of the final 6 minutes and 53 seconds of this game. So they're going to need to dig in and get a big performance from their penalty killers and Danny Fielding. See if they can do it. Shots are 36-27 in the Bulldogs' favor. So Will Nicholson will dig in across from Coleman Peppelman. Nicholson plays it forward. Great job, shorthanded 4-on-3 by Nicholson, who plays it down. Brendan Murphy. Tori Schwartz. Trevor Graham. Stolen by Sean Potts. Nicholson couldn't find it. Back for Schwartz. Walks in. Nearly redirected. Peppelman back to the point. Ryan Hoover's out of the box. It's now 4-on-4 for the next 28 seconds. Sent rink wide. Nicholson will get there first and maintains control. Banks it forward for Hoover. 1-on-1 with Brendan Murphy. Ryan Hoover lost control. Got a bit of a forearm shiver there, but able to send it around the boards in about 10 seconds. A 5-minute and 30-second power play will start for Michigan State as Switzer's about to head out of the box for the Spartans. Adrian players collide. It's sent for Schwartz. One-on-one, he scores. Tie game. It's 4-4. Torrey Schwartz, his second of the game, levels the score line. Unfortunate here as two Bulldog players collide. Set up the 2-on-1, wide open chance for Schwartz. And he scores to make it a 4-4 hockey game. What a turn of events. This game has really seen a teeter-totter of momentum. Crazy stuff. Real breakdown for Adrian. Pair of players collided. Adrian, defenseman, slid in to try and cut off the lane. Set up Schwartz, who was one-on-one with Fielding. Sent it over his glove hand, which has been good for most of tonight. Torrey Schwartz, second of the game, makes it 4-4. Mitchell dropped it off. Switzer couldn't hold on. Finford goes back for it. He'll rim it around the boards and glove down by Cooney. Barnes has it on the far wall. 5 minutes of power play time left with 5.5 minutes left in the hockey game. All even. Two of the top-ranked teams in the ACHA D2 Central Division, number 9 Adrian and number 12 Michigan State, facing off. Puck got by Mitchell. Michigan State will go back for it. Griffin out of his net. Left it for Cooney. McGuire pestering him. Nicholson steps up. Cooney threads the needle. He's still got it. Liam Cooney moves backwards. Skinner's going to get there. Played it around, but only as far as Barnes, who turned it right over to McGuire. Speeding up the other way. Willie McGuire's got wheels. One-on-one with the goalie, and a nice save made by Griffin. Stretches out the pad, but McGuire drew the penalty, so we're going to go to 4-on-4. And it's a penalty shot call, rather. McGuire at center ice with the game tied 4-4 will have a penalty shot. Another look at what the call could be. Look how fast McGuire is. Going up the far side. Took a hack there, a couple of hacks from both of the guys trying to track him down. Four to 4 as McGuire awaits the all clear at center ice. Willie McGuire weaving in on the right side. Now he'll head right up the gut. Waiting, lost control. Griffin able to make the stop. Keeps it at a 4-4 game as Ryan Griffin will be congratulated by his teammates. A big save there. As McGuire lost control of the puck, unfortunately. So we stay tied. Old-fashioned barn burner here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs are going to stay shorthanded. I wonder if they would have rather had the 2-minute minor penalty called against Michigan State there, because that would give them more time 4-on-4 where they don't have to penalty kill. Although if Willie McGuire would have been able to score there, we'd probably be saying the opposite. Huge hit. Sean Potts levels Coleman Peppelman, one of the Spartans' top talents. Murphy played it for Goodfellow. Schwartz, Murphy, Goodfellow, centered, quick, a chance, fielding the save. He got across. Schwartz, Brendan Murphy, Goodfellow, toe drag, walks in, big save fielding with the blocker hand. Potts will bank it out. Griffin leaving it for Brendan Murphy. He'll wait up behind the goal. 3.5 minutes of power play time left with about 3:45 left in the game. And regulation may require some extra time for this one as the Spartans head offside. Perfect time for a tater tot. Quick will win this one back. Tori Schwartz. Coleman, Peppelman, shot deflected wide. Another chance, another shot block by Benda. Griffin Clark just able to get it out to the neutral zone. Brendan Murphy will regroup his squad. Peppelman between the legs feed. Oh, that is saucy. Goodfellow has it knocked away by Finfer. Played down. 2:50 left on the Spartan power play. Trying to shake free is Cooney. Skates up the near wall. Circles behind the goal. Still holding on to the puck is Cooney. Centered for Peppelman. Fanned on the shot. Malone can't quite find it. Schwartz keeps it. Fed over. A chance. Big shot block by Clark. And Fielding's going to cover as quick look to center. Finfer wrapped up with Schwartz. Trying to get him away from his goaltender. 2:24 left on the Michigan State power play. 2:45 left in the game. So if the Bulldogs can kill this off, there'll be about 20 seconds of even strength at the very end of it. Malone finds it, chips it out. So far, about 5 minutes of power play time has been killed off by Adrian. Michigan State's had plenty of chances. So far, Adrian's held them at bay. Miscue here. Cooney will have to regroup. Pressured by Carper. Pass ahead of his teammate, and this will be icing against the Spartans. Face-off back in the Michigan State zone. Thanks for tuning in here on ACTV for what's been a great game. Big crowd in attendance, fun atmosphere. The Wild Cafe is buzzing. So are the players on the ice. It's 4-4. Number 9, Adrian. Number 12, MSU. Barnes. Bit of a haphazard pass that the teams will hustle to get to. Switzer. Stolen by Carper, who gave it right to Barnes. He'll have to wait for his teammates to tag up. And then skates in. Played out by the Bulldogs. Their PK unit will change. Barnes. Weaving ahead is Alexander Barnes. They battle along the end boards. Buck 17 left of power play time for Michigan State as a penalty called. And a Spartan going to the box, so we're going to see 4-on-4 hockey. So the penalty has essentially been successfully killed off by the Bulldogs as Josh Melakranakis in the penalty box. So 4-on-4 for the next minute 17. So it looks like Bulldogs are going to call timeout, draw up a game plan here with a minute 37 left in the game, and we'll be 4-on-4. So somehow, against all odds, they're able to escape from being shorthanded after about 6 minutes of killing. They draw a penalty. 4-on-4 hockey to close this one out. Doesn't get any better. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the break.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
We're back at the AIA. Minute and 37 seconds on the clock. Next minute and 17 will be 4-on-4. Face off in the Adrian O zone. Nicholson plays it forward. Right to Aiden Wishart. Around the boards. Schwartz bumped into by Potts. Finfer moves it back for Potts, who will feed it up for Mock. He's got a speeding Nicholson ahead. Can't connect. Griffin's going to play it. Sends it off the plexiglass right to Peppelman. Goodfellow forges onwards. Ryan Goodfellow tried to move through Finfer, who got in the way, and Fielding will cover up with a minute and 7 seconds left. Finfer and Goodfellow will finally separate. These are two teams that do not like each other. That's the way it's been right from the get-go. Multiple ejections in this one so far. Stephen Cope as well as Brad Kalinsky's night ended early. Kalinsky for words to the official, and same scenario for Cope. Lots of penalties, lots of special teams, lots of goals, lots of action. It's been a great game. Turned over. Bulldogs can't get it out. Peppelman in the far corner in the final minute. Taken down by Potts. Luckily for the Bulldogs, no call. Peppelman gets it back. Falls here for Schwartz. A shot. Big save by Fielding. They can't get it out. Goodfellow at the point. 40 seconds. High shot that was sent well wide. Jamming away at it was Peppelman. And Fielding's going to cover up with 33 seconds left on the clock. And 12 seconds, Adrian will head to about a 21-second power play of little substance. If you're the Spartans, you want a face-off win here in the offensive zone. See what happens. Draw one back. Goodfellow a chance, sent high over the goal. Final 30. Wishart walks in again, sent high and wide. Goodfellow knocked away by Malone. It's in his skates. Here's Carper. He's off to the races. Sam Carper had it sticked away by Wishart. Dodges a check. Moving in. On the backhand, loose on the doorstep. Ryan Griffin will cover up. 12 seconds to play and regulation. Bulldogs are 5-on-4 right now. That will carry over for about 20 seconds of overtime if it's required. O'Bricky, take the face off, wins it off Switzer. Potts right at the blue line, finds Malone, 5 seconds to shoot it. Sets up Potts, one-timer. That hits someone in front. The clock will expire as the Spartans clear it. Bonus hockey up ahead. And I think Adrian will start the extra frame on the 4-on-3 power play. Take another look here. Potts fed Malone, and good job by the Spartans to stymie the Bulldog offense. Potts a long shot, and can't tell if that was Ryan Griffin or the Spartan defenseman that it hit out front, but goes into the near corner. We'll have overtime after the break.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @AdrianCollegeTV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Overtime.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
We're back at Arrington Ice Arena, ready to face off. Bulldogs are 4-on-3 to start OT. 23 seconds of power play time coming up. Tied up 4-4 with Michigan State. Will we be able to find a winner in overtime? Malone skating ahead. Greg O'Bricky. Joey Finfer at the point. Less than 10 seconds on the power play left. Finfer trying to move it backwards, ramped up off a stick. Carper gloves it down. Melakranakis out of the box. Finfer, Carper trying to jam it home. It's loose. Scramble for it. Quick, hit hard as he clears it down. Should be icing against the Spartans. Puck just barely got over the goal line. Close one, and Malone took his sweet time trying to get back for that puck. 4:23 left in OT. As now we're going to move back to 3-on-3 play. I thought. Or will we stay at 4-on-4? I guess we will. Face-off dropped. I thought we were going to move back to 3-on-3, but both teams stay with 4 skaters aside. Turned over to Malone. Saucer bounced over the stick of Murphy. Out to the neutral zone. Joey Finfer has it. Caromed off the far boards to Sam Carper. Steers one forwards. Brendan Murphy has it. Last man back. Spins away from Greg O'Bricky, who blows a tire. Barnes centered for Murphy. Walks in, shoots. Fielding got just enough of it with the glove. Spartan player hits the deck below the ice, or below the goal line. Finfer up for Carper. Carper hit hard. Barnes has it. Melachronakis knocked away. Good D. Good defensive stick by Greg O'Bricky. Circles behind the Adrian goal as he waits for his team to get a line change. Mock. Now Finfer chips one ahead. Couldn't be handled well by Torrey Schwartz. Goes back for it as pressured by Yuri Supp. Glove down by Barnes. Supp pestering him. Mock regains control. Has his stick lifted, but centered for Yuri Supp. Sidesteps a check. Taken down. Penalty coming against the Spartans. Bulldogs go back to the power play. Another look at the chance. Mock holds on. Centered for Yuri Supp. A great move. Taken down. Ryan Goodfellow goes to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. 2:55 left in OT. Bulldogs a big chance on the power play where they've scored 3 out of their 4 goals tonight. Yuri Supp, Matthias Mock, Will Nicholson, and Sean Potts out there for the guys in gold. It's knocked back for Potts now. Finds Nicholson, long shot. Swallowed up by Ryan Griffin, no rebound. 2:47 to go in the game. Or overtime. We don't know how much longer we might have in this game. Tied up at the dot. Nicholson will take it. Dishes for Potts, then gets it back. Will Nicholson walks in, shoots, and Ryan Griffin, another clutch save. Holds on. Shots are 42-34 in Adrian's favor. Spartans win the draw, but it's knocked away by Supp. Nicholson tried to center for Mock. Murphy grabs it, shoots it down to kill clock. Fielding out of his net to play it. Sean Potts with the puck. Sends the puck up to Nicholson. Gets the zone entry. Saucered for Potts, corrals the pass. Spins back away from a check. Finds O'Bricky. Potts, Nicholson, rink wide. O'Bricky fanned on the shot. Carper recovers. Less than 2 to go. Minute left on the power play. Potts, Carper tried to play it over. Switzer nearly cleared it out. Carper somehow back with the puck. Potts for Nicholson. Back for Potts. Tees one up. Shrugged off by Griffin. Big save. Knocked out with the hand by the Spartans. They're going to get a change. 38 seconds left on the Bulldog power play as Potts will grab it. Banked forward for Carper. Leaves it for Malone. Dominic Malone. Will we have a senior hero on senior night? Carper holding it along the near boards. Puck makes its way to O'Bricky. Peppelman digs it free, cleared again. 10 seconds left on the Adrian power play, all but over. Maybe one final rush. Final minute of overtime. Finfer moving ahead as Ryan Goodfellow out of the box, back at even strength. Finfer driving wide, cuts in. Griffin had the angle. 45 seconds left. Peppelman was hooked, but able to grab the puck back. Feeds it over for Goodfellow, recently out of the box. Shoots one, fielding, able to cover. Whistle with 31 seconds left in the game of what's been a dandy. Thanks again for tuning in. I'd like to thank Joe Malone for getting us some food up here in the press box. Much appreciated. According to our director, Josiah Durrell, chicken wraps and tater tots tasting great. Face off in the Adrian zone coming up. Willie McGuire will take this face-off against Alexander Barnes, but after this timeout, Michigan State's going to call a timeout. We'll go to the break, be back for the final 31 seconds of overtime.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Sit down.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs.
Back at Arrington Ice Arena, 31 seconds left to play in overtime. Adrian College and Michigan State University tied at 4-4. Face off in the Bulldog zone. Torrey Schwartz versus Willie McGuire on the draw. Peppelman has it. Coleman Peppelman. Brendan Murphy walks in, fires another big glove stop by Danny Fielding. 21 seconds to play. McGuire versus Schwartz. McGuire knocks it back. Finfer chipped out, a race for it. Willie looking to show off his wheels again, but Brendan Murphy's going to get there. Moves it up for Torrey Schwartz. Final 10 seconds. One last chance maybe for Michigan State here. 5 seconds. Murphy blows a tire. Falls to Peppelman. Huge shot block by Potts. Still it sits there. Time expires. Overtime, not enough to decide a winner. So we'll see if we get a shootout here. I believe that's what's coming up. We'll see what happens. We'll stay here as we lead up to the shootout. Don't have a scoreboard to be able to display the way the shootout is going, so I'll try to keep you updated round by round. Team is picking out who will take the shootout for their respective squads. Regardless of who wins this game, I have to say it's been one of the best hockey games I've watched this year in general between ACHA and NCAA hockey here at Adrian College. It's been a fun one. Lots of fans in attendance, lots of action to be witnessed, lots of fun. We are going to have a women's Division II ACHA game right after this here on Adrian College TV in case you're tuning in for that. I think the puck was supposed to drop at 8 p.m. for that, but that's definitely going to get delayed. We'll see what happens. Brendan Murphy is going to take the first penalty shot for Michigan State. Here he goes. Murphy skates in and scores. Gets it by Fielding. I think it went just under the glove of the Adrian netminder. Nice goal by Murphy. Let's see how this one went in. I think Fielding thought he had it with the glove and just went under. A little bit of an awkward goal there, but counts nonetheless. So 1-0 Michigan State in the shootout. Sam Carper looking to answer here in the first round. Carper walking in. Save made by Ryan Griffin. So it's 1-0 Michigan State after one round. There will be 3 rounds. It's best of 3 rounds. So right now Michigan State with the advantage. Looking to follow it up is Tori Schwartz. Has 2 goals tonight, including the game-tying goal in the late stages of regulation. Can he find a third, this time in the shootout? Moves in, sent it over the goal. Now it'll be Dominic Malone. Dominic Malone. Here he goes, looking to level the score. Big opportunity here. Moves in with Griffin, sets it over the goal again. So now it is 1-0 Michigan State after 2 rounds have been completed. If the Spartans score here, they win the game. Danny Fielding will need to stop this one to continue the shootout. It's Alexander Barnes moving in for Michigan State. Walks in, big save, Danny Fielding. Keeps the Bulldogs alive. Will Nicholson looking to keep the shootout going. If he scores, we continue. If he misses, the Spartans win. Here he goes. Will Nicholson, number 7, moves in. A chance, and it's saved. Ryan Griffin keeps it out, and the Michigan State Spartans knock off the Adrian College Bulldogs. Came from behind to tie it and force OT, and now the Spartans win it in a shootout. They take it 5-4 in the skills contest. That'll do it. Michigan State gets the win against all odds, and that's the final score, 5-4, and that'll do it. Thanks for tuning in here on Adrian College TV. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we hope you enjoyed this game. Should be a great game. Was a great game, and we'll see you later.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.